Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to the time of Sun in Pisces. That's February 18th through March 20th, 2015. And this month, Sagittarius, you are working on your 4th house. Before we dive into that, I want to mention a few dates. I usually go into a lot more dates, but I actually did that in a Pisces overview video. So for a little bit more information, check out the Pisces overview video or the daily horoscopes, which also have a lot of information. But there's a few things I want to mention. So we are starting off and ending Pisces on a new moon. The beginning new moon on February 18th actually starts a new moon in Aquarius, which is our second new moon in Aquarius. And it's really cool because the moon, it goes new moon, the sun and the moon reach their exact point at 3:47 p.m. in the afternoon. And in that minute, the moon actually switches from the sign Aquarius into Pisces. But the sun doesn't switch into Pisces till 3 minutes after. So the new moon is officially in Aquarius, but it's bridging, filling in the gap between Aquarius and Pisces, which I think is so cool. And then the new moon in Pisces falls on the last day of Pisces, which is March 20th. So Pisces will bridge into Aries. So I think it's a nice flow, which is great because Pisces is the sign of flow. And I think flow is going to be really important. Flow and surrender for the Sagittarius. For us, I'm a Sagittarius too, because we have Saturn in our sign. And Saturn is squaring Pisces. So there can be some resistance coming up in us. And Saturn will be going retrograde during the time of Pisces. Saturn goes retrograde at 4 degrees in Sagittarius on March 14th. And so there's going to be a turning in of these lessons that we've been learning with Saturn in our sign, thus far, Sagittarius. And then it's going to actually retrograde back into Scorpio. So, Sagittarius, on to you. This month is the 4th house, which is the house of feelings and home and security. And, it's interesting because Pisces is mutable, like Sagittarius. So having Pisces in our 4th house means that our home can be kind of mutable too. Sagittarius can be a bit of a wanderer, but I do think it's important for, just like a hermit crab or something, any Sagittarius to have a sense of home, a sense of the sacred, even if it's like a sacred altar of your own in somebody else's house. There needs to be a sacred place that you can return to. And I do believe in the sacred place within ourselves, but I do think, I think it's nice to have a token. Like, this is my place that I return to. When all else out here is chaotic, when those feelings within me are bubbling and I, as a Sagittarius, don't know what to do with myself, there needs to be a way to return home. I mean, my home is so me. You can see it in here, and it's, to me, my home, it's very much 4th house Pisces. It's filled with the sacred. I have Kuan Yin behind me, and Buddha, and purple lights, and soft fuzzy pillows. And it makes me feel good. I feel good in my home. Speaking of feeling good in your home, I want to recommend this month, actually, Sagittarius, being that this can be a month of your home. If you have a home base, if you have a place that you live, if you're not backpacking all over Europe or traveling the world in the back of a minivan, if you do have a home base, even if you don't, even if you're in the minivan, I suggest a little bit of smudging, a little clearing, whether you do it with a bell or clapping your hands in dark corners, or you have some sage, or you prefer Palo Santo, or even sometimes I will spray high vibrational essential oils around. It might be a nice time to do a little clearing of your sacred place, of your home. And meanwhile, while you're doing that on the outside, as above, so below, or as without, so within, maybe it's time to do a little feelings cleanse. Tune in. Like, how am I feeling? How do I feel about my mom? I know, actually, I'm doing a class with Nikki, The Artist Way, and I have a lot of feelings about my parents and my childhood, which is more 5th house stuff, but the parents can be definitely 4th house stuff, coming up. And I'm finding, I think this has to do with Saturn in our sign. We're reviewing we're reviewing our lives, and we're getting new lessons on it so that we can expand ourselves. We can expand in our personal vibration. So, maybe it's time to like sit with a journal and like, this is what I feel. I feel this. I feel that, and see what comes out, or talk to a trusted friend. But if you feel the feelings bubbling up, it's time to get in tune with it. And, beyond that, beyond the trusted friend, Pisces is such a time of the mystical. Maybe it's time to talk to your angels, like, angels, I feel this way, or your ancestors or spirit guides, power animals. Talk to, hummingbird, I usually feel joy, and I'm just it's feeling hard. Fourth house can make you feel kind of hermit crabby, and you want to go within. And I encourage that. I feel like trust your feelings, listen to your feelings, and let them guide you, whether you should be out and about and being social and traveling like you usually would, or if it's time to take a little time within. Your mantra for this month, Sagittarius, is I feel magic. So let whatever happens, let the magic and the mystical come into your life. And I pulled a card for you from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms, and it is the Map Maker of Destiny. I think this really speaks of Saturn in our sign right now, and saying something right now in your life is giving you an opportunity to transform fate into destiny. And so it's time to really tune into you, and it's time to tune into what's going on in your life. And instead of trying to wrestle it to the ground to look like how you want it to, it's time to kind of like, okay, the magic, the universe, the all that is, has got this. And I trust my place in it. And I trust that I'm moving in alignment with it. And you may see that your life transforms and shifts in a whole new way. Have a beautiful fourth house, Sagittarius. Namaste.